Mama Samia, nilikwambia mama, Wakenya usicheze nao, bado State House watakuja. Mama nakwambia achana na hawa vijana. Hawa vijana wa Kenya watakuvua suruali asubuhi na mapema. Jamani wa Kenya, ninawavulia kofia ndugu zangu. Yaani account ya polisi wa Tanzania inaonajiita sijui X sijui nini, wa Kenya wamepita nayo.
Welcome back to Havana Media. My name is Celestine Wendia. I'll be your host for today. And we will be decoding the East African drama that has been unfolding for the past few days. Today's episode is going to be Tanzania versus Kenya. Or is it supposed to be Kenya versus Tanzania? The activist edition, complete with deportations, hospital checkups, and yes, Twitter bans. So, Kenyan activist Boniface, Mwangi, and fellow changemaker Agatha is from Uganda, were in Tanzania to attend the court hearing of Tundu Lissu. Tundu Lissu was being taken to court because he was accused of treason. And if you don't know who Tundu Lissu is, he's the leader of opposition in Tanzania. He's basically the Raila of there. And they had gone there to offer support, neighboring countries, see how you're doing. And when they arrived, the warm welcome that was expected is not what welcomed them. They were detained without being told the charges, without being offered a chance to even have lawyers. No nothing, no communication, no anything. They were just held. And this reminds me back during the maandamano when Kenyans were being held the same way and being tortured on top of that. And today, he was deported back in Kenya. Most activists had gone to offer their support. We all remember Hanifa, Hussein, Willy Motunga, all were told, pack your bags and go back to your country. Samia Suluhu said they do not want other people from other countries interfering with their own. They should remain at their home, fix their own issues rather than going into Tanzania and interfering.
Usiwe shamba la bibi kwamba kila mtu anaweza kuja akasema nalo litaka, lipo Tanzania halipo, watu wakajisemea tu. Lakini la pili, tumeanza kuona mtiririko au mwenendo wa wanaharakati ndani ya region yetu hii kuanza kuvamia na kuingilia mambo yetu huku. Sasa kama kwao wameshadhibitiwa, wasije kutuharibia huko.
And Kenyans were not particularly happy about that. They hacked into the Twitter account of the National Police of Tanzania and posted quite the information. They said that Samia Suluhu is dead, which caused havoc and even led to many start even mourning her death. Kenyans.
Sasa angalia mpaka X account imedukuliwa ya Tanzania.
Mwanangu, ile kweli ama watu wamecheza na AI?
Ile kweli.
Imeenda.
Imedukuliwa.
Lakini wamerecover eh?
Sasa wewe kama password unaandika Diamond 1, una expect nini? Password ya page ya polisi, jeshi la polisi, unaandika Zuchu. Una expect nini? Wakenya watadukua tu. Tunawapenda wa Tanzania sisi. Lakini sasa jamani, maneno ya muoni, matusi ya muoni, tunatukana sisi.
Ngoja kaka. Kwani hiyo nini ya polisi ni mashabiki kao? Kwani hawana kitu kingine? Si hata wangeandika Samia jameni.
Nasemaje?
Wanaandika Diamond. Alafu kaka nikuulize, wajuaje kama ni notebook na Faso na mbudukua? Mbona unasema ni wa Kenya? Do you have evidence?
It goes without saying. Mimi sijasema ni wa Kenya. Mimi sijasema ni wa Kenya. Nimesema tu jamani, jeshi la polisi mupo na X account. Jamani muache kuandika 123TZ kama password. Itadukuliwa. Jamani, jeshi la polisi sio la mchezo bwana. Hii page inadukuliwa vipi? Kama waliweza kunusa kina Martha Karua wakiwa ndio wanatoka airport yake, wameshindwa kunusa wadukuzi.
Bwana, nauliza swali, wamerecover page yao ama bado?
Mimi nasema hivi, tuache na mambo ya kurecover au kutorecover. Lakini ukweli wa mambo nasema hapa, Paruanja, sisi hatuna shida na Watanzania.
This just shows how much freedom as a country we have. And Kenyans said we are going to use our freedom to the best of our ability, because we are not going to allow another nation talk to us, treat our people how they want.
Tayari huko wamesha haki akaunti ya jeshi la polisi tayari. Jamani, mmeshindwa kuhaki hata akaunti ya nini? Mmedili kwanza na polisi kwanza, kwa maana wenyewe ndo watawashika. Mmewahaki, hawaogopi hawa watu nani? Hawa tujitambulishe upya, sisi ni Watanzania, majirani zenu. Yaani ikitoka nchi yenu inakuja nchi yetu sisi. Labda tutumie Kiingereza kwa sababu ni lugha yenu. Kenyan people. This there is a Tanzania people. There is a neighbor. When your country is next is country. Tuachieni akaunti yetu ya mapolisi sasa.
Hello. And yes, Boniface wasn't just deported, because as of today, he's back in the country. But the means of transport that were used are questionable, because he was road tripped out of Tanzania. He was dropped out at Ukunda and left there. They couldn't even afford a flight ticket for him to tell him, we are going to fly you out. We are going to deport you in style. No, they drove him to the border like a lost Uber passenger. And you can just imagine the amount of mental trauma he went through. And for them to leave him at the border like that, I think they would have been like, welcome to Deportation Express. What you do like? But they went like, this is where your civil rights don't matter. We are going just to leave you because your people have been asking for you. We are going to leave you so that they can take you. And that was really not great. He's currently in Kenya and in hospital being checked out because detentions aren't that fun. We all know that. And he was kept there without charges, no access to lawyers or even basic human decency. His family was freaking out. Kenyan activists were furious and were asking. They had even planned protest against Tanzania High Commission office here in Nairobi to ask for Boniface Mwangi's release. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, however, just wrote a letter to Tanzania and said, we need our person back, which I think the reply was them leaving him at the border. And Tanzania, Kenya, basically the East African community, we have been united for a while now. And for this to go on, it feels like Tanzania is the sibling that doesn't want to cooperate, because what is going on with you? Tanzanian citizens were warning Samia Suluhu to stay out of Kenya businesses, because we remember there is someone who had come online and said Kenyans should stop interfering.
Mama Samia, nilikwambia mama, wa Kenya usicheze nao, bado State House watakuja. Mama nakwambia achana na hawa vijana. Hawa vijana wa Kenya watakuvua suruali asubuhi na mapema. Jamani wa Kenya nawavulia kofia ndugu zangu. Yaani account ya polisi wa Tanzania inaonajiita sijui X sijui nini, wa Kenya wamepita nayo. Yaani wa Kenya nyinyi, ndugu zangu nimewavulia kofia. Oye mzee, hii bendi heshimuni mzee. Yaani within no time unachukua account ya nchi nzima. Kuanzia CID wa Tanzania, uchafu wao wote mnao Kenya huko Nairobi. Akia Mungu saluti kama zote.
She was told that interfering with Kenya is like poking a beehive while holding sugar water. Kenya has a loud and politically active citizen base. They will protest, they will tweet, they will trend. This is something that they have done a couple of times in their own country. What makes you think that they won't do it to someone else? It's not just about one activist or one country. It's about of civil society in East Africa. You can't keep locking up people for having ideas. That's not security. That's insecurity dressed up in a uniform. Many people are saying for presidents to go to this point where they are detaining activists, it basically means that you are insecure. You are insecure of what they are saying. You are fearing that what they are saying, people might buy it. And I don't think there is anything to buy, especially when it's factual and true. And now my question is, are Tanzanians back in the X space, or are they still waiting for Twitter to be unbanned back in their country. And this shows that leaders are silencing voices. I feel like Tanzania should have deported Boniface in a much better way. What do you think? Because you tortured him, you kept him without him having access to lawyers. You can just imagine being locked up in someone else's country and you don't know what's going to happen to you. They would at least offer you better treatment, so when you go back you cannot actually snitch or tell on what happened, because I know it wasn't exactly Christmas over there, but no, just walk right out of the door. Not even walk, we drop you off. Tell us what you think in the comments below. I have been your host, Celestine Wandia.